Blessed is the man that worketh not another counsel, and he that sitteth in the seat that is fall. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law I see hideth sunrise and sundown. Him I go day like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him leaf never I go wither, and whatsoever him doeth shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them not their soul, them dear like a chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment that the sinner man them. In the congregation of the righteous, for the Lord God Jah, never the way of the righteous and the way of the sinner man them always and always I will perish. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and praises unto your name, King of kings, Elder of lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah. Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Nagusta Daniel. Komaya Sataya. Aimana Pio Aya. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, and my name, Black Rasta. Now, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot, and every time it sits on the fire, there is certainly something sumptuous cooking. And today we have all your delicacies served you. I only need you to come along. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonamo, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we normally don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. This is the Black Pot in the service of God and country. And my name, Black Rasta. Now come along as we look at the issues making headlines in our beautiful country, on our very beautiful continent, and amongst our people. Now, the very first thing we would like to look at is this that I have entitled IMF and Winning Next Elections. My brother, my sister, it is now public knowledge that Ghana has decided to run to the IMF for yet another economic slavery. My brother, my sister, it is public knowledge that Ghana has decided to look down on the so-called Ghana Beyond Aid. So that now we are all about aid, running to the IMF and asking for a bailout. My brother, my sister, the same people who said that they would never go to the IMF and that 2015 should be the last time that we're going to the IMF. And just recently they started saying that they have not failed. And for that matter, they will never go to the IMF. Are all of a sudden touting the prowess of the IMF in dealing with the economic crisis of this country. What a chameleon people. My brother, my sister, the IMF is here. The IMF is going to be in this country from Wednesday to look at how negotiations would go on so that some amount of money could be given to the country in a bailout. What are the implications? What do we know about the IMF's bailouts? We would go into that later in the show. In the interim, the pseudo prime minister of this country, Gabi Ochridako, everybody knows him, right? This is Gabi Ochridako. He's been in the news these days regularly. Every Ghanaian knows the pseudo prime minister of this country because his uncle is the president. And some people believe that this is the man who is ruling the country and not the old president who is so clueless and visionless. Many have also said that this is the man who is puppeting the president along the line. And if this man fails, it means the president has failed. As to whether that is true or not, It is for you to decipher. So the so-called pseudo prime minister of this country, Kwabena Agyapong, put out a tweet which shook me. And it's been captured in the news headlines all over the place. Watch this. Mahama should forget about winning the 2024 election, even though NPP is going to IMF. And this is Kwabena Agyapong speaking. He tweeted that. And we all saw it in his official Twitter handle. That, yes, we are going to the IMF. And yes, Mahama should never think about it. Let's look at what the tweet actually looks at. Now, this tweet says, if John Dramani Mahama and the NDC are happy because NPP going to the IMF now is what will deliver NDC victory in December 2024, then they better think again. Well, some grammatical slip there, but all he's trying to say is that if Mahama and the NDC are happy because NPP is going to the IMF, they shouldn't think about it. It will not deliver them victory in 2024. They should better think about it again. It rather takes pressure off the Akufo-Addo government to focus on things that will impact positively on the economy over the next 15 months. You see the foolishness that we are going through in this country. You see the foolishness of a grown-ass man. Dump, no sense, foolishness. And it hurts me. Your government, led by your uncle, you are driving us into economic slavery. You are selling us out into another colonization by the IMF. All of you guys know the implications of running to the IMF. All of you know that we are all going to be strangulated. The IMF is what is going to tell us what to do. Move left, move right, and everything is going to be controlled. IMF, Lord God have mercy. IMF is going to have full control of our economy, unfettered access into this country. My brother, if you are independent and your independence is only about your flag and your national anthem, without economic independence, forget it. Because the same people you'll be running to help you with the economy are going to recolonize you, what Nkrumah calls neocolonialism. Now the pseudo prime minister of this country, Kwabena Agyapong, is only thinking about winning the next election and not about the economic slavery that the IMF has been giving us on a silver platter too. And I am very, very angry. When I saw this yesterday, I said, so these are these fools ruling us in this country? It is these idiots who are ruling us. Can you believe it? Brother is not thinking about the shame that is engulfing us. Especially that this government has gone out to shout and make noise all over the place that we are not going to the IMF. Ghana beyond aid. Africa beyond aid. My brother, my sister, and we all gathered up waiting to see the true independence of this country. Like chameleons, you have turned around and you are selling us to the IMF. And the same old idiots are telling us that, oh, it is okay to go to the IMF. After all, there is what? A global pandemic. Did Bawumia not tell us that a global pandemic that has skipped Ivory Coast, skipped which other country, Togo, and the rest that has come to eat Ghana, is not a global pandemic, but it is incompetence? So it is the same thing. It is incompetence that is leading us to the IMF. Now, to the people who don't understand the nuances and the gimmicks of the IMF, it is this. Now, the IMF is supposed to be doing some things for us. And I would like us to look at exactly what the IMF does for nations. You will see that it is, number one, it monitors global conditions and identifies risks amongst its member countries. And the whole world, everybody is a member of the IMF except 7. North Korea and the Vatican and the rest. Number two, it advises its members on how to improve their economies. And thirdly, it provides technical assistance and short-term loans to prevent financial crisis. The IMF's goal is to prevent these disasters by guiding its members. Over the years, the role of the IMF has gone beyond these three. The IMF IMF has become a tool of control. The IMF, whether you like it or not, has become a tool for Western colonization of Africa and beyond. Tell me one African country that has not gone to the IMF yet. Why do we have gold, diamond, bauxite, and everything? Yet we are always running for the people we chased out. Running to the people we chased out and claim that we had independence to come and salvage our economy for us. Are we okay? And this is your pseudo prime minister, who in the beginning did not want to hear anything about IMF. His uncle, the president, said 2015 should be the last time we were going to the IMF. Today, the same finance minister who is so sickly, so sick, when he comes into the public domain, look at him. You do not need a soothsayer to tell you that this is not a man who is healthy. Now, he himself told us that he had liver problems. Recently, he had COVID complications. He had to run all the way to America and England to treat himself. He says he's taking some drugs, some medications. Is it not time to rest this man? Is he the only financial brain we have in this country? Could this not be a reason the man is failing? Ill health, failure. But you are pushing the man so that you will kill him like Atta Mills was killed, right? Same way Atta Mills was pushed. He was made to run around the airport to prove to Ghanaians that he was healthy, forgetting that he could not fool anybody. When he was even nasally speaking to us, we all knew that he was very sick, but he told us he was okay. At the end of the day, he died so painfully. Do you want to kill the finance minister too like that? I will not be surprised if in the next few days we hear that the finance minister is no more. Because politicians are so good at hiding their sicknesses so that they can remain in office and continue to cheat the masses. But nature can never be cheated. Hey, my brother, my sister, let's get back to the issue. So we are going to the IMF. This is the government that started talking about Ghana beyond aid, Africa beyond aid. All of a sudden, you are flying left, right, and center, suffering from dromomania. Yes, dromomania, running left, right, and center, and going to European meetings and telling Europeans to help Africans solve their economic problems. Gimmicks for nothing. Gimmicks, rhetorics, slogans, senseless actions. My brother, my sister, you have very good slogans, yet your sense is not strong enough to match your slogans with action. True or false? Where is the Ghana beyond aid? Are you not a mockery? How can you be building a cathedral and running to the IMF to come and build your economy? Are you okay? Or is something wrong up there? Nobody's. If I were the IMF, I would never come in. That's one. There are some people who are so useless that the devil doesn't even want to touch them. True or false? Hey, the devil is interested in crippling people who have a future. As Ghana is standing right now, it is futureless until this government is kicked out and some more sensible government comes to take over, brethren. I am angry. This is economic slavery. And pseudo prime minister is sitting down thinking about the next election. Mahama should. Why are you guys fooling us? So it's all about NPP, NDC, Mahama, Nana Akufo-Addo. The people in the country don't matter anymore. You are thinking about who wins the next elections. You are not thinking about the slavery you put us into. My brother, my sister, next time you see them, know who they are. These are the traitors. In fact, when Gabi did this, I sent a tweet to him and I said, I have heard around that you, Gabi, you have a British passport. Yes, you have a British passport. I heard he was even born in England, wherever. If you have a British passport, you are British. Leave Ghanaians alone and let Ghanaians sit up and deal with their house issues. You see the problem I have with those guys who claim they have dual citizenships and all that? They are nothing but traitors. They come in here and all they think about is if this place catches fire, oh, I have another leeway, I am gone. They would not do anything to be able to salvage the image of this country, at least not enough. IMF is here. They are not thinking about that slavery. They are thinking about how they can win the next elections. My brother, my sister, let me leave this topic and brief a little bit. Now, the next thing I want to look at is interesting. And it says, E-Levy stays in IMF week. Come here, come here. Now, hear me. In the wake of the IMF coming into this country, invited into this country, so we have a bailout. What kind of a government is this? So you didn't have money at all, and you decided to build a cathedral. You didn't have money at all, and you were wasting money flying all over the place like some crazy psychopath. My brother, my sister, running all over the place. Nothing to give. Only flying around arrogantly and not trying to even tell people why and how much of our money you were blowing away. My brother, my sister, watch the headline. E-Levy stays in IMF week. And look at it. Ghana is going to IMF partly because NDC frustrated passage of E-Levy. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Iradinya Kupan. Oh, Iradinya Kupan. Look. And this is your pseudo prime minister. Look at him. A lot of these guys have British passports. A lot of these guys have US passports. A lot of these guys have Japanese passports. So they don't care what happens to this country. My brother, my sister, watch it. Going to IMF doesn't mean E-Levy will be scrapped. Going to IMF doesn't mean E-Levy will be scrapped. And that is Kwabena. And it's supposed to be a finance, parliament, finance, whatever. Watch it. The chairman of the Finance Committee of Parliament, Kwabena, has rubbished suggestions from a section of the public that Ghana's decision to go to the IMF for a bailout will lead to the scrapping of the unpopular E-Levy tax. It's on to you. You guys have all failed. You have failed. You are running to the IMF at the time that you told all of us that you will not go there. A few days ago, you were saying that E-Levy was going to salvage the whole country and that there will not be the need to go to the IMF. Even your pseudo prime minister, Gabi, was on Twitter, blabbing. If you don't allow us to do the E-Levy, oh, we are going to the IMF. Now you have the E-Levy. And then you have IMF at the same time. So I am asking, what is really happening? What is happening? My brother, my sister, E-Levy is here. At the same time, IMF is here. The bailout. Which one is going? Which one is staying? You have failed. You have failed. Yes. Our Blakk is asking, you said either E-Levy or IMF. So scrap E-Levy if you have finally opted for IMF. That's true. Is it too difficult to ask? Is it too hard? Is it too much to ask? Yes, Mr. President, you told us that we would either have E-Levy or we would go to IMF. You succeeded in passing the E-Levy. Now you came to tell us that Ghanaians are not paying the E-Levy. What made Ghanaians refuse to pay E-Levy? It's because they have realized that you are blowing their money senselessly. How can I make my money available to you? You blow it and I ask you, how much of my money have you blown? You tell me, you won't tell me because it hinges on security. And you expect me to keep paying? Am I crazy like you? Ghanaians have rejected this government. No wonder Kwabena Agyapong said the last elections in 2016 made it so clear. Is it 2016? Yeah. Made it so clear that Ghanaians have rejected you. So sit back and do a good job. But like it has always been with politicians, they only think about themselves. They don't think about the people who voted for them. My brother, my sister, long story cut short. They said E-Levy was going to be the savior of this country. Now they are blaming the minority. That the minority made it so difficult for them to pass the... Look, minorities' resistance to E-Levy forced government to seek IMF bailout. Can you look at this? Go and look at the bank accounts of these guys. All these British passport holding guys, American passport holding, go and look at their bank accounts. You will be shocked how much money they have amassed. You will be shocked. I am hearing that, what's his name? Finance Minister. What's his name? Kenoforiata has made how much? $951 million from the COVID-19 and blah, blah. And you see, while some people are dying, others are fattening off their suffering. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, we are going to the IMF. If the IMF is already here, E-Levy is also here. The road tolls, they said, was chicken change. You remember when Opon Krumah said that? That the road tolls, the tolls were paying chicken change, and that E-Levy will give us more. Now E-Levy is even giving us less than the road toll. Road toll was a by force tax which the people were willing to pay. Once you drive on the road, you have to pay. And you can't say you won't drive on the road because you don't want to pay. You have to visit family and friends. You have to move from one place to the other. Walansa. Right? But E-Levy is a choice. Right now, we'll send our money via buses and trotros. You are going to Medina. Okay, at the Medina station, my sister will meet you and take the money. That's what we used to do. Now you want to strangulate us, and we said no. So you have taken us to IMF to enslave us again. God will punish all of you one after the other. Posterity will judge you guys so harshly. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushona. But what is the IMF at all? What have philosophers said about the IMF? What is it? I have a quote for you in the interim. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushona, where we speak truth to power. Wayo! This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Remember, we are live on Pan-African TV, live on Ghana Web TV. We are also live on Loud Silence TV. We are live also on our own TV, Black Empire TV. We are also live via YouTube on our channel, Black Empire Media, and our Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. Yes, B-L-A-K-K. Yes, do business with us. Remember, we don't do politics. What we do is known as patriotism, Pan-Africanism. Yes, we deal with Pan-Africanism, patriotism, and not politics, because our continent first. We are heard and watched all over Africa. This is the show everybody's watching, because we don't do politics. What we do is patriotism. This is the Black Pot. Take our numbers on the screen, and you can send us a WhatsApp message or even call us and do business with us. We treat your businesses just like our own. My brother, my sister, come along. Hear me. Hey, the next thing I want to look at is entitled, Kwabena Agyapong declares Nana Addo government failed. Come along, follow me. Kwabena Agyapong declares Nana Addo government failed. Who is Kwabena Agyapong? He's supposed to be the financier or one of the key financiers of the NPP. That's him. Very, very vocal. If he was in a band, we would have called him the lead vocalist. My brother, my sister, Kwabena Agyapong is the lead vocalist of the NPP band or choir. And when he speaks, other voices are subdued. Hey, he has done a lot of propaganda for his party. Recently, he told us in broad daylight that it is only a failed government that runs to the IMF because he knows the consequences of going to the IMF. You cannot decide anything on your own when you go to the IMF. The IMF will tell you, okay, we are going to give you this amount of money, but the money will come into your hands. We'll put that into this project, that project, that project, remove this tax, put that tax, put that tax, put that tax, remove subsidy, this subsidy, that subsidy, that subsidy. So you are like zombies following the IMF. And that is how you are going. IMF says, stand right, salute, attention, make her ease. Hey. Everything you are like zombie. So you are a financial slave. Kwabena Agyapong understands that. So he said it's only a failed government that will be a zombie to the IMF. But look at him today. He's holding his chin and saying, missing. Hey, I'm sad. NPP guys taking Ghana to IMF cannot break the 8. And this Kwabena Agyapong. And this was published on July 1. Look at this. I am sad. NPP guys taking Ghana to IMF cannot break the 8. And when you read the story, it is terrible. It says, the vociferous Asin Central Member of Parliament, Kwabena Agyapong, has reacted to the government's announcement that it was going to engage with the International Monetary Fund, IMF, for support to help Ghana build back in the face of challenges currently confronting the economy, and says he is sad. In fact, when you read further, he says a lot of things. I am not scared of the NPP members. I am going to speak the truth. All the people who have led you to the IMF have failed. 1, and they cannot break the 8. What does it mean to break the 8? In Ghana, normally after your first 2 terms, when you are done, the party is pushed up and another party comes. Now, it was one of the mottos of the NPP that this time they will break the 8. And now the 8 is breaking them. Can you see this shame? I saw a list of things that Nana Akufo-Addo promised and failed in all of them except about 15%. In some countries, 15% is good enough. Yes, military dictatorship, countries that are full of foolishness and things. In our country, we are not stupid. We are wise. That's why we chose democracy. That is why we are not interested in coup d'etats. Hey, listen, my brother, my sister. Kwabena Agyapong says Nana Akufo-Addo has failed. Bawumia has failed. And all his ministers have failed. That's what he says. Because all in the government of Nana Akufo-Addo that led us to the IMF have failed. That is clear. Now, Kwabena Agyapong is a man who wants to be the flag bearer of his party. He wants to go ahead to win and become president of this nation. So he is saying that he is going to be different from all these shameless guys who have failed and have led us to the IMF and won't keep quiet, and they are still talking like parrots. Kwabena Agyapong says when he becomes president, he's going to put all his energy in tourism, and tourism will save us better than the gold, the diamond, and the bauxite. As to whether you believe him or not, that's for another day. But for now, he has declared his party a failure. The president, failure. Vice president, Mr. Bean, vice president, comedian vice president, joke vice president, failed. I feel so sorry for Bawumia. Bawumia, when you came, you were such a gentleman. We all rallied around you. I visited you at home. You and your wife, nicely. We spoke beautifully. But today, even if there was money to be collected in your house or gold, I would not be there. Because it's joke money, joke gold. Look at the lies. Look how much of a liar you have become. Look how party members are calling you a comedian, a liar, the fake economist. All your nice accolades before you got into governance, they've all fizzled into thin air. You are now a mockery, a laughing stock. As for Alan Cash, I pity you. As for you, I pity you. You are another joker. You are sitting down for this pot-bellied man, this pot-bellied dwarf, to be turning people around, deceiving and lying to people, flying around so senselessly, pushing a japa. You don't like it, then you sit back because you want to be flag bearer. We'll see where you pass and be that flag bearer. We'll see. You guys are not patriotic. Then later you come and tell me, oh, you know, because it was another man who was driving it, if we couldn't come out and be our own men and talk, voice it out. That is a human being. I don't like how this thing is going. I don't like, it's better to resign with all honest, intact, rather than to stay and see the ship crash. Then you come back and say, I knew the ship was going to crash, and then, but we couldn't talk. Kwabena Agyapong has spoken the truth. Anybody in this government who has not resigned up till now, if there's a firing squad of vocal firing squad, we will tie all of you to the stake and vocally abuse you with bullets coming out of our mouths. My brother, in the days of Rawlings, people borrowed 500 cedis. Feli was killed for taking 5,000 cedis from Ghana Commercial Bank, documented. He hadn't paid yet. Roger Feli was shot and killed. In these times, we don't want to revisit that nonsense. Look how Rawlings was senselessly killing people, as if he will not die. Tied them to the stake and shot and killed all of them like a madman. The frustration at that time was deep. But now, it is deeper. At least, nobody's going to shoot you. Nobody's going to crucify you. But vocally, sometimes the Dagombe say that words are sharper and faster than bullets. That's what we are going to maim you guys with, mouth bullets. Imagine walking on the streets, 100 children coming out to say, Bomianeo, Bomia Cronfonio, eh, Bomianeo, or Trufonio, and now when Okumnipano, any bad thing they can find, and they throw it around you. Whether it is true or false, how would you feel? Especially if it is true. Or you, Alan Cash, you are taller than every member in this government. You are the tallest man. When you come out, no matter how you hide, people will find you. Wemu na omudie call E-Levy ni IMF no wemu. How would you feel? For me, that is the best punishment than a bullet. Pow, then you are gone. No, stay and face the trauma. How do you feel? That you have saddled us in this economic slavery. We gave the country to you on a silver platter, and their excuse is that there was COVID. What did you do with the COVID funds? Oh, that there was Ukrainian-Russian war. Are you a Ukrainian soldier? Are you a Russian tanker? Why should the war bring you trauma? Are you Lady Teresa? You can't deal with your own country's issues. You are flying out, you are Madame Teresa. Why? Kwabena Agyapong, I do appreciate you. To be honest with you, I do appreciate you. It's good you are calling out all these hooligans, financial hooligans, sick finance minister, sick. But greed will not let them push him away. Greed. Just like in the days of Atta Mills. The man was so sick, but greedy bastards around him will never allow this man to take a rest. They were following, hey, Mr. President, you're okay. Yeah. And he was also jumping. Jump today, where's Atta Mills? He is gone. The greedy bastards are still around. Finance Minister, you would also go. The greedy bastards will still be here. To God be the glory. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushun. Before I go, hear me now. You see, when you are in a pot that is full of nonsense, jump out of it, or else when they are counting nonsense people, nonsensical idiots in the pot, they will count you. Opinion out if you are all shenkola, umiwi nankano. Ye kind nonka for nanka we for ye kind count. My tree is not good. But for the 7 to 12 years I stayed in Kumasi, it would have even been worse. Yes, say opinion to fear no oshen kola a omuwi nonka oshen kola ma omuwi nonka ye kind nonka we for ye kind count. If you are in a dwarfish government that is full of traitorship, is full of foolishness, and you don't get out of it, and you don't speak against it, when they count traitors, they count corrupt people, you will be counted. It's mathematical. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. Whoa!
Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here, we do braids training, we do wave caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any new tech. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chick Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
My sister Kwabena Agyapong.
You can't seminar. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe. Sister Kwabena, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam.
Tina tet hayan herbal capsule. A drawing tina brewati semi. Me ready a mention glasses. Obroni bessie. See clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina tet hayan herbal capsules. A full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A draw baby atwa. Got tina tet herbal shop. Hey, now wait. Yeah, tina tet hayan.
See clear.
Are you really ready for some reggae music? All right, let's do this.
Come Saturday, 23rd July, all the gates of hell will be invaded and Satan Lucifer subjected to a musical baptism of reggae fire in the Hands Across Africa Festival and Expo. Cracking the stage is Eric Donaldson, all the way from Jamaica, Brimsley Father of Aswad from England, Taj Weeks, His Excellency, all the way from St. Lucia, Diana Wright and Rock River from Jamaica. And from the motherland, Blakk Rasta, Miss V, Ochiami Kwame, Kofi Sapon, The Vibration Kings, and many more. Rate is 50 Ghana cedis regular, 70 Ghana cedis super regular, 150 Ghana cedis VIP, and 200 Ghana cedis VVVV to the umpteenth time IP. Now this is a charity concert seeking to uplift the needy in the African family. Come and support quality reggae music and even more. And remember to uplift your body, your mind and your soul with quality music and support a needy person survival. It is Saturday the 23rd day of July 2022. Time is 2 p.m. till you drop. Venue, Accra Sports Stadium. This event is a pre-Emancipation Day festival proudly supported by the Ministry of Tourism alongside the Ghana Tourism Authority. This is quality music, cultural music, emancipated music, reggae, more fire.
There's river on the long days, the moon shines brighter in the darkness, and the time is free on the strong days. Yeah.
Diana Wright, first of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress, right? I do the whole, I've been doing this for many, many years. And so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art, that's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly.
Even though them say you can't.
Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on that, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so crippled, you don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor, he can't take care and that is no good. It's not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. They just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, the GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16BARS M as in Mary, M as in Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is DIANNA. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time is the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, the GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation.
Why? Skip a charge. Blackpot. Coco show them.
This is the Blakk Pot, aka Coco Show, where we speak truth to power. I want to thank all our sponsors and all the wonderful people doing business with us. Yes, we appreciate you for giving us the opportunity to talk to people about your business, because your business is our business. Chick Luxury Beauty Home, thank you so much. I want to also thank Tina Ted Natural Health Center, the house of quality herbal medicine. At the same time, I want to thank Hot and Spicy Catfish. Oh my God. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and we love you. At the same time, I want to say thank you to PJ's. Acid Cleaner. The only muscle you need is PJ's Acid Cleaner for your concrete floors and also for your marble floors and WCs. They sparkle like new and it's made in Ghana. Powerful. Want to say thank you to Diana. Right. The Bed of Roses. Appreciated. We love you. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Shudumo, and we are heard all over the continent of Africa via satellite. Oh my God. And all over the world via social media and even more. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kuku Shudumo, where we speak truth to power. You can also do business with us. Just call us on our numbers scrolling on your screens right now. Just WhatsApp us. We'll follow up and do business with you. This is it. Remember, we are ahead and worked on 2 different TV stations. And we're talking about Pan-African TV and also Loud Silence TV. And satellite all over the world. This is where we speak Pan-Africanism, we speak patriotism, and not politics. Follow me. This is the Blakk Pot, and we are in the service of God and country. Now let's look at this thing that I've decided to entitle Ghana's IMF Bailout History. Now there's a man by name Steve Hank. Yes, Steve Hank. How many people know Steve Hank? Steve Hank. Oh my God, that's him. Hey, he's an American. Come on. He's an American economist. And he has so much information about the IMF. He's so knowledgeable. What is he saying about Ghana running to the IMF? Watch it. IMF loan won't save Ghana's economy. It will fail like previous programs. Hey. And I want you to underline previous programs. It will fail like previous programs. He tweeted this. Let's look at the tweet and see exactly what he said. Watch it. This is Steve Hank. And he said, today I measure inflation in Ghana at a standing 49.35%. Inflation is hitting 50%. Watch it. Yes. In a last-ditch effort. And underline that. In a last-ditch effort. It means to seal the doom of Ghana. You know, a ditch. Boop. The thing that is going to send us into the deep is the government has begun negotiations with the IMF on a bailout deal. Spoiler alert. You know what it means to say spoiler alert? The thing that will spoil it, it be this. Another IMF loan won't leave Ghana's economy. It won't save Ghana's economy. Like its past 17 IMF programs, a new one will fail. Hallelujah. 17. Okay, we are historians. Let's go through all the 17. Watch it. And you will see that it's been happening from 1967. Nkrumah ruled this country from 1957 all the way to 1966 when he was overthrown. He never went to the IMF. He made sure that we're sufficient. Yet they kicked him out. The moment they kicked him out, the following year, 1967, IMF. Now, the longest period we stayed away from the IMF was from 1970 all the way up to 1980. 10 solid years. No IMF. From there, we kept going on and on. There was even a year we went to the IMF twice. Look at it. The Structural Adjustment Program and the Rawlings. Two times. One in 1 year. In November, we went to the IMF. My brother, my sister, that's 1980, right? 1980, we went there. Hillary Liman's government was kicked out in 1981, 31st December, by Rawlings. Look at the number of times. And we've always gone to the IMF. And when you look up, we tried and got ourselves off or weaned ourselves off the IMF temporarily. And we still even have some money to pay the IMF. We haven't totally gone out of the IMF. We are supposed to pay them some money. And now we are going back there. My brother, how did the IMF fail us? Or how did we fail using the IMF? It's simple. When the IMF comes in, taxes are going to be levied. Number two, we are going to have subsidies taken off. What are subsidies? Maybe farmers are buying fertilizer at a subsidized amount. That means if everywhere we sell the fertilizer for 10 Ghana, you will now buy it for 8 Ghana or 5 Ghana. That's just an example. The government will take the rest of the bill. Now, IMF will say, you cannot give what you don't have. Please, the subsidies must be taken off. People would have to pay the full amount. If you are subsidizing water and electricity, hey, now you pay full price for water and electricity. They will pump money into areas they think are important. Listen, and they won't give you the money and say, take. No. They will pump that into different sectors where they think will help them recoup their money and, in quotes, deliver your economy from bondage and suppression. There has never been an instance out of the 17 times we went there where we came out fully revived, fully without any scratches. It's always been a war. That is why governments don't like to go to IMF. That is why governments don't like going to the IMF for any bailout program. But remember, psychologically, when you are even going for a bailout, it means you are in jail. Do you get it? You don't need bail if you are not in jail and starting to wail. You understand? So if you are in jail, then you ask for a bail. So Ghana is in jail right now. Psychologically, it is a slavish tool. Do we get it? Now, if your economy was doing that well, I am not sure that you would go out there and ask them to come and bail you out. What happened to our economists? Now, here they are saying that we are not the only country going there. Egypt is also going there. South Africa is going there. Some other countries are going there. Some of them are not even true. But so what? Egypt is going there, so what? Did I vote for the Egyptian president? Did I vote for the South African president? I voted for a Ghanaian president. What Egypt has is not what we have. Nana Akufo-Addo told us that we are a rich country. Did he lie to us? For power? So we want to see it. If you told us that this is a rich country that we are sitting on money and we can't see, now all of a sudden you come into governance and you've also gone blind, you cannot see the money that you used to see, then I have a problem with you. Why are we so mediocre minded? Oh, Egypt is gone there. Hey, South Africa is gone there. So we too, like zombies, are also going there. Steve Hank says, this is the last ditch Ghana is going to drop in. If I had my own way, let's all fast for the next 2 years, whilst we work very hard to sort ourselves out. A loan has never been good for anybody. That's why Blakk Rasta don't like loans. Friends will tell you, Blakk Rasta, he hates loans. A bank will never get me. Come there to take a loan. The worst I will do is to take from a friend. And even with that, I can't sleep until I pay, so I don't go for loans. Hey, a loan is a negative. Hey, it puts you under anybody you have gone to take the loan from, true or false. Imagine you and your friend used to work out nicely, shoulder high. Yeah, then you start taking a loan from him. He will start telling you, you keep quiet. Hey, Missy, can you talk? You owe him. It's a psychological weapon to suppress you. Some people won't understand it until they drink cocoa tonight. My brother, my sister, we are in crisis. May God save us. Dash it away, make we deal with the last thing and go. This thing is going to take me only 1 minute to finish. And this one says, Kwabena Agyapong backs at SEFA orders. Who is Kwabena Agyapong? Kwabena Agyapong, he used to handle sports highlights on TV. He had a sports program. I don't know if it was called Sports Highlight, but whatever it was a sporting program on GTV. He got into governance and became extremely arrogant, this guy. He spoke to journalists anyhow. Those of you who are a little younger, you might not know about this man. Very arrogant when he got power. And some of us were shocked that, but this man, you were the one giving us the sport. So nice gentleman. At a point, I think he even contested for the flag bearership of his party, the NPP. Then all of a sudden, we started hearing that he was flirting with the NDC, and Ibrahim Mahama bought him a luxurious car, and then his wife and what were under some scholarship and from the NDC and blah, 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 and his party decided to suspend him. When the party suspended him, he expected that his media friends like SEFA, Kweku Baku, and the rest will support him. According to him, they knew the truth, but none of them supported him. I want to close on this. You see, the cabal is this. Watch this. It says, I gave you the platform to speak. SEFA KAYI replies Kwabena Agyapong to speak. But he's saying that you knew the truth. Instead of telling him to talk, he needed you to talk for him. Sometimes when somebody is seen as a liar, no matter what he says, nobody will listen to you. So you need another person with some credibility to talk for him. That was what Agyapong wanted you to do, Mr. KAYI. That's it. You gave him the opportunity, yes, but he had already been branded. So he needed you to help him with his voice, and you didn't. Kweku Baku didn't. I'm not holding any brief for him because he himself was very arrogant. But for some time now, he's been talking against his government in one way or the other, and I think that is a revived man. But I want to remind you, Mr. Kwabena Agyapong, we used to enjoy your programs on TV. Hey, horse racing. Used to bring that guy with a beard there to talk about the horse racing. I don't know where he is now and all that. Nice, brother. Hey, he will flow nicely. So brilliant. I don't know why he stopped, journalism and TV and all that. But let me remind you before I go. This is a cabal. When you are up there, they are with you. When you are down, that cabal forgets you. That is the order of the game. It's a game. You think it's about loyalty? No! It's about the cabal. When you are up there, we are with you. When you are down, you stay there alone. We are still up there, waiting for the next man to occupy the place. I don't want to speak for anybody, but for now, my name Blakk RASTA. Follow me, follow me, follow me. And I want to say thank you so much for coming along. I appreciate you. I love you. It's been the Blakk Pot where we speak truth to power. We don't do politics. What we do is called patriotism. Until I see you again tomorrow. Wayo!